Hello YouTube, welcome to my fifth sound design session. Today I'm going to show you a little clip which I've been trying to remake from the track Stompbox by the Quemist, the Spor remix. It's one of my favourite drum and bass tracks, and for a very long time I've been trying to figure out how this sort of bass is made. Now I've got a fair idea about how it's made. It's just a process of how it's done. Now, I think I did do a few things wrong during the process. Um, but if I done it for a second, if I do it like a second time, I think I could maybe get closer to nailing the sound. So I'll let you listen to the original first, and then I'll show you my version. Okay, then I'll show you my version first, and then I'll show you the processed version after editing. Oops, sorry guys. Okay, that doesn't seem right. 1 second. There we go. And then the process version which I made. The first version actually didn't sound as low as that, but yeah, the problem is I think I didn't EQ enough low end and applied a bit too much distortion. However, like I do like the second process. I mean, it's so clear though, like, but I think it's layered as well, with a few other elements. But I'll go about the process now and how I made it. So, let's see. I don't want that break on. Put these on. Yeah. Okay. So where should we start? We'll start with the 3x oscillator. It's just a sine wave. Now, I did mess around a few times with the different waves, like the square wave here. They give all different results. I think I don't know if it's really, if it was made of a sine wave or if it was made of a square wave, but I kept it on sine, and I put the detune down to 20 cents and kept the course at 28, and then I added a paramagnetic EQ. Yep, and I notched it, band passed it, or no, sorry, band stopped it. Use a notch filter and give it just a slight curve. I try to just listen to it and try to just do the curves at my own pace. See where it would take me. I done 2 of these. Made them almost the same, just slight adjustments in pattern. So I basically added another EQ here. Yeah. Done the same. I did add a 40 hertz cut and sort of rolled it from the high end down. Here, it's band 1. This one here is a multi-band compressor, and I'm adjusting the high frequencies in it. I think now that I'm looking at it, if I done it with a low end, it could have maybe made better results. But I'm just taking this knob here, right clicking and create an automation clip, and it's just automating at a similar pattern to the notch filter. I did add a pitch. I'm trying to see where I did pitch that actually, where that's been automated. Where is that? It says the master. It could be the master pitch, maybe. It's not, because it's a different. It could be the oscillator, the 3x oscillator pitch, I'm guessing. Envelope. Sorry, it's actually the oscillator 1 coarse pitch, which I've been automating. Then without. So there definitely is some sort of pitch automation in the original as well. There's gotta be. It's a quite similar kind of sound. And then in the band, let me see what else like. Yeah, so other effects which I added in then, which are not EQ. A Maximus. Let me see if I don't like. No, on this Maximus, all I've done is I've boosted just the pre-gain and the post-gain, just to crunch it up a wee bit more, and just raise the height of the sound. The phaser, I did add an automation clip for the sweep frequency, which is here, but I don't think I applied it when I was resampling it. No, I didn't use it, unfortunately. You can use it, but it's just it gets quite makes it a bit more, not muddy. It kind of just splits up the frequencies a little bit, especially in automation. I just found it didn't really suit this kind of sound. I did add in a Camel Crusher, British Clean distortion at about 9 o'clock, and the Mac just all the way down. With the compression about 2 o'clock, volume at about 4 o'clock, res all the way down, and the mix all the way up. Fruity compressor. All I'd done was I boosted the gain to 6.6. Added another Camel Crusher, Annihilate, between 9 and 10 o'clock on distortion. Mac all the way down, cut off about 12 o'clock, res all the way down, compressor at 3 o'clock with fat mode enabled, master pretty much all the way up, including the mix. Fruity chorus, add delay at 3.7. And didn't touch. I don't think I've got any. Yeah. I didn't have any wet on either. It's just all these settings pretty much. Depth 1.5, stereo 84 degrees, LFO 0.7, LFO 3 multisyn, and crosscut 5841. In terms of multiband, it's just being automated. and then I've explained already about the 40 hertz cut. What's going on here in the actual FL equalizer is I've boosted the low shelf to around 5.5, 5.7, and the low at about, or the mid, sorry, at about 7.7, minus 7, and the high shelf at about minus 3.4. In terms of exporting out in Edison, but before I jump to that, there's still a lot more to go through. Again, this is just, there's just so much compression, so much EQing going on in this. It probably isn't, I probably didn't need as much as this. I went quite overboard. Again, I'm just boosting the gain to about 9 decibels, and then I'm keeping the ceiling with 3.7. Haven't touched any saturation, release, gain, any of that. I did EQ, that's redundant. I added another multi-band and was just keeping, just kept it normal, didn't really touch much, just adjusted a tiny little bit of the high frequency. There was a 40 hertz cut as well, which is on automation. Yeah, the master one here. It's just fading in from high to low. And a free balance on the master, and I had some other plugins which I was experimenting with, but they didn't seem to work out for my sound, so I just disabled those. And so for Edison itself, I just recorded the pattern and then dragged it from, let's see, just dragged it into the, yep, dragged it from here, drag copy sample selection into the track, and it appeared here. And then I just, for this part, all I done was I brought it into a separate channel over here, and yep, there is a lot going on again. One EQ, which is notched on band stop, boosted 5, lowered 6, moved 2, just under where like 3 and 4 usually is, moved 3 up here and 1. They are quite messy, but I was just trying to like move around and get that crunch and the right sound I was looking for. In terms of having the band, it's actually close to about 20%. Yeah, close to about 20%. And the second one is just basically, I have a peak on 3, it seems, and just lowered 5 and raised 6. Again, back to Camel Crusher, distortion 9 o'clock, Mac all the way down, cutoff all the way up, res all the way down, a compressor at about 2 o'clock, and volume and mix all the way up. In terms of EQ again, number 1 74 hertz, 61%, 160 hertz or 161 at 19%, by 370 hertz, 39%, and about 937 hertz at 19. 5 just lowered down along with 6, and 7 pushed up to plus 6 decibels. I added a flangus, just a general flangus setting. I think it was on modulation. And yeah, after all that EQing, compressing, automating, from all the results from before and after, I did achieve this sound. Again, after this tutorial, I'm still gonna probably EQ it because it's just gonna be one of those sounds I'm gonna keep coming back to and just trying to figure out. What I did notice was interesting on the notch was I changed it to I think it was a high shelf and got some really interesting results. So yeah, it's all just trial and error. I did go through this pretty quick, but I hope you got a general idea of what I've been doing to make this sound. It pretty much is just a lot of EQing and compressing, which I've been doing. I was quite surprised that I got close to the sound. I made it by accident. I was just listening to Spor and just thought like, hey, I haven't like tried to ever make his sounds before. So I just literally this is my first time trying to recreate a Spor feed me sound. I'm quite impressed with it. So if you guys want to see like me recreate like more sounds from any other artists, I can willingly try. But I hope you enjoyed and just like subscribe, like, and I'll try and get out more content for you guys. So catch you in the next video.